Welcome to Health Supplement Business Mastery, the show where we dive deep into what really works for building successful supplement brands in today's crowded marketplace. I'm your host, Bobby Hewitt, and in today's episode, we're exploring how the most successful supplement brands are thinking beyond formulations and becoming full-fledged media companies. This is really a big edge in e-commerce these days. The days of just having a great product and hoping it sells are long gone. It's much more crowded now. And today, the supplement brands that are truly dominating their niche are the ones that create valuable content that builds real authority and trust within their audience. Remember the 4 keys: trust, belief, desire, and hope. In this episode, you'll discover why adopting a media company mindset is essential for sustainable growth in the supplement industry, and the specific content systems that turn casual browsers into loyal customers. Second, you'll learn how to develop a podcast strategy that builds genuine authority in your niche, including topic selection, guest recruitment, and turning each episode into multi-content assets. And third, practical strategies for creating compliant, engaging health content that drives sales without triggering regulatory concerns, something every supplement brand owner needs to master. Whether you're just starting your supplement business or looking to take your established brand to the next level, this episode is packed with actionable insights you can implement right away. So let's dive in and discover how content marketing can transform your supplement business. Welcome to Health Business Mastery, the Creative Thirst podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Hewitt. Hey, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into how supplement brands can use content marketing, especially podcasts just like this one, to build real authority in a crowded marketplace. You know, today's supplement market is absolutely packed. Consumers face so many choices with similar claims. And here's the truth. The brands that really stand out aren't just the ones with big ad budgets. They're the ones building real authority through helpful content. I firmly believe we're all media companies now. This shift from seeing yourself as just a product company to being an information provider creates such a strong foundation for sustainable growth. So let's talk about this media company mindset. The most successful supplement business owners I know understand they're selling information just as much as they're selling products. Here's what I do. I publish a podcast every single week. Then each podcast becomes a 1,000-word piece of content with video and graphics. My website gets 52,000 words of content every year. That's a book's worth of valuable information. Now, I know what you're thinking. Many supplement brands avoid making this kind of commitment to content. But trust me, this work pays off big time in the long run. When you stop spending on paid ads, they stop working immediately. But quality content, it keeps bringing traffic for years. It builds trust and relationships long after you create it. Changing from product focus to information focus requires a completely new way of thinking. Instead of obsessing only about formulas and packaging, successful brands focus on building an audience first. They create content platforms. They deliver valuable information before ever trying to sell products. I won't sugarcoat it. Creating regular content is hard work. Weekly podcasts, written content, social posts, and emails need good systems in place. The brands doing this well create solid workflows. They assign specific team members to content roles. They stick to production schedules regardless of what else is happening in the business. The long-term benefits absolutely crush short-term marketing tricks. While competitors push for quick sales, authority brands build lasting relationships. These connections create both immediate sales and long-term loyalty. I'll tell you something. If I turned off all my advertising today, we'd still make really good money. That's the power of content. Now, let's shift gears and talk about podcasting specifically. Podcasts offer unique benefits for supplement brands that you just can't get from other media. Audio creates a personal connection through your voice. It conveys enthusiasm and passion that text simply cannot. It allows you to deeply explore complex health topics. For many successful supplement brands, including mine, weekly podcasts drive all their marketing channels. What should you talk about? Good topic selection means finding that sweet spot between audience interest and brand relevance. Here's what works. First, focus on health concerns your products address. Then explore related health topics your audience cares about. Talk about lifestyle factors that complement supplements. Discuss new science relevant to your categories. And definitely address customer questions and common myths. This balanced approach keeps your content relevant to business goals while providing real value beyond just product promotion. Who should you feature? Choosing expert guests has a huge impact on your authority building. I love featuring health professionals, researchers, and other experts. These relationships add serious credibility to your brand. They provide valuable insights that straight marketing messages just cannot match. Many successful podcasts like mine mix solo episodes with expert interviews to keep things fresh. Let's talk production quality for a minute. Perfect audio isn't necessary, but clear sound, consistent levels, and minimal distractions are absolutely essential. Poor audio quality makes health information seem less trustworthy, even if the content is solid. Most successful supplement podcasts invest in basic quality equipment. You don't need a professional studio, but you do need to sound professional. As for distribution, don't just stop at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Those are just the starting point. You'll get so much more value if you also create video versions for YouTube, make short clips for social media, transcribe your content for search benefits, pull out quotes for social sharing, and reuse segments for email content. This approach transforms each podcast episode into a complete content system that reaches your audience wherever they prefer to consume information. You know what's been game-changing for my business? Turning every single podcast episode into written content. For every weekly podcast, I publish 1,000 words of written content. This system ensures I have regular written material while getting maximum value from the podcast. But here's the key. Good podcast-based content isn't just a transcript. It's a structured piece that captures the key insights while adding elements that enhance written understanding. You need a clear headline showing the main value. You need a short intro establishing relevance to reader concerns. You should organize with subheadings for key concepts. Include supporting evidence or examples. Add visual elements that aid understanding. And yes, include product connections where they naturally fit. This structure transforms conversations into educational resources that serve both audience needs and search visibility. Speaking of search visibility, SEO for health topics needs special attention. Health topics fall under what Google calls your money or your life content. Google holds these to much higher standards than regular content. Good optimization includes researching specific health search terms, providing complete topic coverage rather than keyword stuffing, including clear citations from reliable scientific sources, adding medical disclaimers where needed, using proper schema markup for health content, and creating internal links to related health information. This balance between optimization and trustworthiness helps your content rank well while maintaining the credibility needed for supplement sales. Don't forget visuals. Visual elements dramatically improve credibility and engagement. I'm talking about infographics explaining complex concepts, charts showing research findings, quality images of ingredients or products, diagrams showing how things work, and video embeds of the original podcast. These visuals make health information so much easier to understand and implement. One more thing before we move on. Content upgrades. These turn passive listeners and readers into active subscribers. Offer enhanced resources like guides or meal plans. These provide extra value while building your email list. These lists support relationship building and drive consistent sales. Now, quality health content absolutely needs real scientific information. I personally subscribe to paid journals with the latest nutrition research. I'm constantly looking for interesting facts people want to know. This investment in good information sources sets credible content apart from the junk that's out there. Making complex research easy to understand is a critical skill. You need to understand the actual findings in the research. Find practical applications for everyday health. Create simple explanations that remain accurate. Make concepts relatable with examples. Connect science to common health experiences people already recognize. This process transforms complex science into valuable insights that build audience understanding and brand authority. Balancing accuracy with engaging content is challenging, I won't lie. Technical details build credibility, for sure, but they can make content boring for regular listeners or readers. The best approach maintains complete accuracy on key points while using stories, practical tips, and clear language to keep people interested. When it comes to new research, be responsible. Don't make big claims from preliminary findings. Good content acknowledges both the potential and limitations of new research. This careful approach builds long-term credibility while still letting you discuss exciting developments. I've built an information network that ensures I always have fresh content ideas. Beyond research subscriptions, this network includes relationships with researchers, connections with health practitioners, seeing real-world results, membership in industry groups, customer feedback on common questions, and awareness of gaps in existing information. These diverse inputs keep my content fresh and valuable while maintaining the scientific accuracy that builds lasting authority. You know what else I've learned over the years? The importance of focusing your content. Creating content pillars for different supplement categories gives your strategy structure. Don't produce random health content. Successful brands develop comprehensive coverage in specific areas related to their products. For example, a gut health brand might create content around microbiome science, digestive issues, immunity connections, mental health relationships, and nutrition for gut health. I've found that depth beats breadth in health content every time. By focusing on a specific niche, I don't have big competitors targeting me. They don't even know who I am. I stay under the radar, but remain very successful. This focused approach lets smaller brands build authority in specific areas rather than trying to compete across the board. I build step-by-step content that creates engagement and purchase readiness. Instead of producing random health information, I create learning journeys that systematically build audience knowledge. I start with basic education. Then I advance to explaining how things work. I continue with comparisons. I end with specific usage guidance. This structure builds knowledge and trust while naturally leading to product interest. Here's something important to understand. Different supplement categories need different content approaches. The essential oils crowd is completely different from performance supplement users. People into nootropics differ from the longevity crowd. These differences require tailored content approaches. For weight loss, I emphasize transformation stories and clear protocols. For athletic performance, I focus on mechanisms and measurable results. For brain support, I highlight research and specific cognitive functions. For longevity, I connect today's actions to future outcomes. For general wellness, I integrate supplements into broader lifestyle approaches. You also need to match your content to audience knowledge levels. Beginners need basic education and simple explanations. Intermediate audiences want comparison information and optimization approaches. Advanced consumers value detailed explanations and cutting-edge developments. Successful content programs develop materials for each level with clear pathways between them. Let's talk about getting your content out there beyond your own channels. Strategic social media distribution should leverage each platform's unique strengths. On Instagram, I share visual summaries with engaging graphics. For Facebook, I create discussion prompts based on content insights. LinkedIn gets more professional takes on research developments. Twitter receives brief insights with links to full content. And for TikTok, I create simple health explanations with visual demonstrations. This platform-specific approach maximizes engagement while driving traffic back to your main content. Email remains incredibly powerful. I send a Sunday Tips email every single week. It's packed with valuable content, and yes, it has product links too. People consistently buy products when we send that email. This regular schedule creates anticipation. It ensures content reaches the most interested people. Good emails include featured content, related resources, and natural product mentions without being overly promotional. Here's a strategy that's worked wonders. Creating partnerships with complementary health brands to expand reach. A gut health supplement might partner with a digestive wellness company or a food brand with aligned health philosophies. These partnerships expand your audience while transferring credibility between brands. Guest appearances on established health platforms provide valuable exposure. Contribute to interviews or expert roundups on health publications. This demonstrates your expertise while reaching new audiences. Always provide standalone value rather than promotional content in these opportunities. I maximize content visibility through strategic repurposing. I transform comprehensive content into multiple formats optimized for different contexts. My in-depth podcast discussions become targeted email insights. Complex research explanations become simplified video content. Comprehensive guides become focused guest contributions. Scientific discussions become practical application tips. This approach maintains consistent messaging while adapting to each channel's unique requirements. Now, let's talk about measuring results, because that's super important. Meaningful content metrics go far beyond page views or social media likes. For supplement brands specifically, the valuable metrics include tracking which content people view before making their first purchase, email list growth from content signups, repeat visit rates to educational content, time spent engaging with mechanism explanations, and the quality of comments on educational materials. These metrics provide deeper insight into how content builds the understanding and trust that lead to purchase decisions. The connection between content engagement and purchase behavior reveals the true value. By analyzing which specific content types lead to purchase, you can identify the most effective approaches for different customer segments. I've noticed consistent patterns. Weight loss customers often buy after engaging with transformation content. Performance-focused consumers typically respond to mechanism content. General wellness customers frequently convert after lifestyle integration content. Specific condition-focused buyers often respond to research summary content. These patterns help optimize both content development and strategic promotion. Tracking content-influenced sales requires more sophisticated approaches than standard analysis. Supplement purchases typically follow many content interactions over time. Multi-touch attribution models acknowledge the combined impact of various content touchpoints. Don't overlook qualitative feedback. Customer interviews, content-specific surveys, and sales team insights often reveal how specific content pieces influenced purchase decisions in ways that numbers alone don't capture. These insights identify both successful approaches and missed opportunities. When calculating content ROI, account for both immediate revenue impact and long-term asset value. Unlike ads that lose value immediately after campaigns end, quality content generates value for years. Good ROI models include both direct attribution and long-term asset valuation approaches. Something else I want to emphasize today is how regular content creates connections that go way beyond transactions. When I'm busy checking email, I save valuable newsletters to read later. They're too good to delete. This personal connection creates powerful loyalty that product features alone simply cannot match. Building authority through consistent, valuable information creates deep trust. When consumers repeatedly receive helpful health information from you, they develop both conscious and unconscious trust. This trust naturally extends beyond the information itself to the products you offer. Creating a recognizable brand voice through content builds powerful connection. Whether it's founder-driven content like this podcast, consistent expert contributors, or carefully developed brand guidelines, successful supplement content maintains personality consistency that builds familiarity and trust over time. Trust transfers naturally from content to products when values align. It took me 3 whole years to develop my multivitamin. I worked with a PhD chemist and nutritionist to formulate it properly. When your content demonstrates the same commitment to quality and effectiveness as your product development, trust transfers naturally between them. Developing content personas aligned with your customers creates stronger connection than generic health information. Understand the specific language, concerns, and values of different customer segments. Create content that resonates authentically with each audience. This alignment creates the feeling that you're speaking directly to the specific needs of individual consumers rather than addressing generic health topics. Let me tell you about another powerful approach: transforming verified customer reviews into compelling content. Just today, a lady posted a verified review saying she lost 29 pounds and weighs under 200 pounds for the first time in years. That absolutely made my week. I saved that information and I'm going to email her personally. I'll congratulate her and ask how we can help with the rest of her journey. This personal interest creates opportunities for deeper storytelling. By developing these authentic experiences into more comprehensive narratives through interviews or follow-ups, you create compelling content that resonates emotionally while providing powerful evidence of product effectiveness. Video testimonials amplify customer stories through visual and emotional connection. Seeing real customers share authentic experiences creates a much stronger impression than text alone, especially for transformation-focused supplements. The most effective approach includes authentic stories from verified customers, before and after documentation, where appropriate, discussion of the complete experience beyond just the supplement, emotional impact alongside physical results, and the ongoing journey rather than just end results. Health transformation stories require careful verification and compliance considerations. Unlike general product reviews, health-related testimonials face regulatory scrutiny. You need documented verification, appropriate disclaimers, and careful claim management. Develop systematic approaches to collecting and presenting these stories while maintaining both regulatory compliance and authentic storytelling. I like to integrate customer experiences into broader educational content for natural social proof. Rather than presenting testimonials in isolation, weave real experiences into educational frameworks that provide context and understanding. This integrated approach demonstrates real-world relevance while maintaining the primarily educational focus that builds authority. You can create inspiring content while maintaining regulatory compliance. Focus on customer journeys rather than specific outcomes. Emphasize the complete approach rather than supplement effects alone. Provide appropriate context for individual experiences. This creates inspiring content without crossing regulatory boundaries. Another approach that's worked really well for me is building step-by-step learning journeys that create sustained engagement and purchase readiness. Instead of producing disconnected content, develop structured series that methodically build understanding over time. Start with fundamental education about specific health concerns. Progress to deeper understanding of contributing factors. Continue with potential approaches to improvement. Culminate in specific solution frameworks that naturally include supplementation where appropriate. Let me tell you about our undiet approach. We help people lose weight, but we also give them what comes next. Too many people achieve their weight loss goals without a next step. They go back to old habits and put the weight back on. By developing a specific approach with branded terminology, we've created a content framework that guides customers through a complete journey. Content that supports actual behavior change provides both value and natural product integration. Combine education, practical guidance, implementation support, and progress measurement within frameworks that acknowledge the real challenges of health behavior change. This provides comprehensive support that builds loyalty while creating natural context for supplementation. Sequential content planning ensures both comprehensive coverage and natural progression. Instead of producing random health information based on momentary inspiration, develop editorial calendars that systematically build understanding across key health domains. This planned approach ensures content builds upon previous information while maintaining consistent quality and relevance. I need to touch on something that's really important, but not always exciting. Navigating regulatory concerns in supplement content. It's tricky, but essential. Compliance frameworks for educational versus promotional content help navigate the complex regulatory environment. While directly promotional content faces significant restrictions regarding claims, purely educational content about health topics enjoys broader latitude. By clearly separating these content types using distinct formats or presentation styles, you can provide valuable information while maintaining compliance. Creating compliant content that still drives business results requires sophistication rather than compromise. Instead of making explicit claims about specific products, focus on educating about mechanisms relevant to the product's ingredients, discussing general health principles supported by the product, explaining scientific research without making direct product connections, highlighting ingredients and their general properties, and sharing customer experiences within appropriate frameworks. Disease claim avoidance while maintaining content value represents a particular challenge. Regulatory restrictions prohibit claiming supplements can treat, cure, or prevent disease. Navigate this challenge by focusing on supporting normal body functions rather than treating abnormal conditions, discussing general wellness approaches rather than specific disease interventions, addressing risk factors and general health rather than specific conditions, providing comprehensive lifestyle approaches rather than supplement-only solutions, and using compliant terminology that accurately communicates without crossing regulatory boundaries. Document your content compliance for protection. Maintain records of scientific sources, regulatory guidance considered, legal review processes, and claim substantiation. This creates both protection against potential challenges and resources for developing future content within established boundaries. Legal review processes that preserve creative effectiveness require collaboration rather than restriction. Involve legal expertise early in content development. Establish clear guidelines that enable creativity within boundaries. Develop compliant language libraries for common concepts. This approach maintains both regulatory compliance and content effectiveness. Let's finish up by talking about the operational side. Team structures significantly impact content quality and sustainability. Effective structures include content strategy leadership, defining overall direction and standards, subject matter experts providing scientific accuracy, creative professionals translating complex information into engaging content, production specialists managing technical execution, and distribution coordinators ensuring appropriate delivery across channels. This collaborative approach ensures content maintains both scientific accuracy and engagement value while reaching appropriate audiences. Editorial calendars provide essential structure for consistent production. Develop structured plans that include core themes aligned with product categories and audience interests. Content sequencing that builds understanding progressively. Format variety that maintains engagement. Distribution scheduling that maximizes visibility. And promotional integration that supports business objectives while maintaining content integrity. Quality control processes protect both consumers and your brand reputation. Effective approaches include scientific review by qualified health professionals, fact-checking processes for all health claims, source verification for research citations, regulatory compliance review for claim language, and editorial standards enforcement for both accuracy and engagement. The right technology tools make a huge difference. Consider content planning and calendar management systems, research organization tools, collaborative editing platforms, multi-format production and distribution tools, and performance analytics systems. This integrated technology approach reduces production friction while maintaining quality standards across your growing content library. Resource allocation models should reflect both immediate revenue impact and long-term asset development. Unlike traditional advertising that requires continuous investment for ongoing results, content marketing creates enduring assets that generate value over extended periods. Effective allocation acknowledges both dimensions, supporting consistent production while recognizing the compound returns that quality content generates over time. As we wrap up today's episode, let's remember that the supplement industry faces increasing competitiveness and regulatory scrutiny. Traditional approaches focusing primarily on product claims face both skeptical consumers and regulatory limitations. Content marketing, especially through podcasts like this one, provides a powerful alternative that educates consumers while establishing the trust essential for supplement purchasing decisions. By adopting the media company mindset, developing systematic content production processes, and consistently delivering valuable health information, supplement brands can build authority that transcends traditional marketing approaches. This authority creates both immediate sales opportunities and long-term market positions that withstand competitive pressures while generating sustainable growth. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with other supplement business owners who might benefit. Until then, keep creating valuable content and building that authority. Creative Thirst is a direct response digital agency. We work with dietary supplement companies who are struggling to maximize the profitability of their funnels so they can scale. We've optimized many dietary supplement businesses. And in that time, we've uncovered the 3 critical funnels for success. You can get that free report by going to creativethirst.com. Scroll down to the appropriate section and click on the blue Get Your ebook button.